Most men think the key to attraction is effort, chasing harder, texting faster, and proving they care more than the next guy. But here's the truth. The harder you chase, the less she values you. When your energy screams, "I need her," she feels it and instantly loses respect. Women aren't drawn to men who try to please them. They're drawn to men who make them want to please him. The man who moves with calm confidence doesn't beg for attention. He commands it. He doesn't chase outcomes. He controls his reactions. That quiet control is magnetic because it's rare. Women are naturally pulled toward the man who could take it or leave it. The man whose peace can't be purchased with validation. The less predictable you are, the more intriguing you become. The more grounded you are, the safer she feels in your presence. And when you stop seeking her approval and start chasing purpose, everything changes. Because nothing triggers a woman's desire like a man she can't completely figure out. In this video, we're breaking down the 5 reasons women chase men who don't care, and how to become that man. Number 1. Indifference signals value. When a man stops being desperate for attention, he immediately separates himself from every other guy she's used to. Indifference is power, because it communicates self-sufficiency. It says, "I don't need you to feel complete." That kind of energy hits differently, because it's rooted in control, not craving. Most men chase approval like it's oxygen, and in doing so, they expose their emotional dependence. But the man who stays centered, silent, and selective projects strength without saying a word. He doesn't need to convince her of his value. She feels it through his calm detachment. Indifference isn't coldness, it's confidence under control. It's the quiet certainty that your life is already full, with or without her validation. The more a man resists the urge to prove his worth, the more she becomes intrigued by it. Women crave the challenge of earning what can't be easily won. When you stop giving away your attention freely, you instantly raise its price. She doesn't chase you because you ignore her. She chases you because your approval feels earned, not given. Number 2. Mystery creates curiosity. Women are wired to be curious about what they can't fully understand, and that's why mystery is so powerful. When a man doesn't overshare, overtext, or constantly explain himself, he becomes intriguing. She starts wondering where he is, what he's thinking, and why he isn't chasing her like everyone else. That curiosity quickly turns into attraction, because unpredictability is exciting. Mystery keeps her emotionally invested. It makes her lean in while other men push her away with overexposure. Every time you withhold unnecessary details, you give her space to imagine the story herself. Silence becomes your greatest tool, not a weakness. It builds tension, creates emotional contrast, and makes your presence feel heavier when you finally speak. Mystery isn't manipulation, it's controlled exposure. You're not hiding who you are, you're revealing it slowly, with purpose, because the less you reveal, the more she feels. And when she can't predict your next move, you stay in her mind long after you've left the room. Number 3. Purpose is more attractive than pursuit. Most men chase women because they've never learned to chase purpose. The moment a man becomes obsessed with his mission, everything about him changes. His energy, his focus, his presence. Women can feel it instantly. A man on his path doesn't need to prove his worth through attention or validation. His discipline, his drive, and his direction speak for him. When you're focused on building something greater than yourself, you naturally radiate confidence. You move with intent, not desperation. That's what women find magnetic. Not the chase, but the control. She's drawn to the man who's already fulfilled, because fulfillment is rare. The man who knows where he's going doesn't beg to be chosen, he chooses. When you stop pursuing women and start pursuing purpose, you stop chasing energy and start attracting it. Because purpose isn't just attractive, it's irresistible. Number 4. Emotional control builds respect. Women test men emotionally, not out of cruelty, but to see what kind of man they're truly dealing with. When a woman pushes your buttons, she's subconsciously checking for strength, to see if you can handle pressure without losing your center. Most men fail this test because they react impulsively, letting emotions control their actions. But a man with true masculine energy doesn't flinch. He observes, stays grounded, and moves with calm certainty. Emotional control is the quiet signal that says, "You can't shake me." It's power without aggression, strength without words. When you remain composed in the face of drama, you create contrast. You become the calm in her storm. That stability doesn't just attract her, it earns her respect. Because deep down, every woman wants to feel safe in a man's presence, and safety is born from composure, not chaos. The man who reacts loses control. The man who responds gains influence. When you stay centered, you control the entire emotional frame of the interaction. Remember, emotional control isn't weakness. It's the ultimate display of strength. Number 5. Scarcity fuels desire. Scarcity always fuels desire because what's rare automatically becomes valuable. Most men don't understand this. They hand out their time, attention, and energy like it costs nothing. They text first, double message, and constantly try to prove their worth to women who haven't earned it. But every time you overgive, you teach her to undervalue you. Attention that's easy to get is never respected. It's taken for granted. The man who's selective creates demand without saying a word. His silence carries more weight than another man's compliments. When your presence is rare, your absence becomes powerful. She starts wondering where your focus went, and that curiosity turns into pursuit. The truth is, scarcity builds mystery, and mystery builds attraction. Women don't chase men who are always available. They chase the ones who move with purpose and restraint. Because when your attention feels earned, it transforms from validation into a reward. And that's when desire begins. Attraction isn't built through effort, it's built through presence. When you stop caring what she thinks, you take your power back and step out of the game completely. Real masculine energy doesn't chase validation, it commands respect without saying a word. Be the calm in the storm, the mystery she can't quite read, the man who moves with quiet confidence. The less you seek approval, the more magnetic you become. Women feel the difference between a man who needs attention and one who chooses when to give it. Remember, the man who controls his emotions controls the dynamic. When you stop caring, you stop losing. And that's exactly when they start chasing you.